Out with the old, in with the new. Out with the old, in with the new. I promise you, if you get serious about the dying daily and new restoration and a new creature in Christ, from glory to glory, from state to state, glory to glory, to your next state, if you get serious about that, everything has to change. The people around you, your outlooks, their outlooks, jobs, visions, hopes, dreams, everything has to change. The fact that we changed over from Democrat to Republican, that means there's a quantum shift. A quantum reality shift. And you can experience this day after day after day, year after year after year. But some people who want to hang on to the old person that they thought they knew, and it was just a projection. I'm sorry, but it was just a projection. The lies you told yourself or the lies other people told you wasn't even real. It wasn't even real. And I promise you, you either catch on to this right now or you go deeper into the metaverse. You either catch on to this right now or you go deeper into the delusional metaverse that's coming around the corner. Look, the fact that the human body dies, and goes back to the grave, tells you this place is a simulation. The only thing that's real is the spirit, because it lasts forever. And the spirit is being renewed day after day after day. I see people have been on the church pew for 20 years and they're still in the flesh mind. They're still in the old paradigm. They're still in the old mindset. They can't leave their fake realities that were created. And it's not that they're guilty by themselves. Other people around them helped them, enabled them to keep that fake reality. I promise you, I'm speaking on something that's like 20 years in advance. Once this catches on, this will be greater than you know how big the narcissism teaching is? People teaching about narcissism. You know how big that is, right? Well, this will be greater than that because people are waking up that you've been running on a program. The flesh mind is a program. From your mama, your daddy, your culture, your TV, your news, your media, it's all a program. It's not even real. It's a false construct. What's real? I'm hungry. I need some food. What'd Paul say? If a man don't work, he don't eat. The Bible spans cultures and time. It's an eternal truth book. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is to the good of edifying. What does edify mean? It means a building, to build up. And let him that stole steal no more, but rather labor with his hands the thing which is good, in order to give to him that needeth. So your future self is going to need something. The future you is not the you right now. Yeah, your name is your calling. Yeah, you have a calling that God wrote into you from the birth. You have a calling. But you can watch somebody who's starting to get frustrated with their job, and they're starting to wake up and they say, this ain't me anymore. This job is not me. They get frustrated. You can actually see it in their body language that they know they don't belong there anymore. They've lost their purpose and they lost their drive. And just like you can see it with a coworker, you can also see it with a spouse. And you can see it with a friend. And you're talking something at a higher level and they can't hear you. And so you have to say, every time they call you on the phone, it's the same complaints, the same junk. And it's like, I thought you were rising up. I thought we were rising up in knowledge together. And you just have to leave them behind. You have to leave them behind if you're going to keep going. Now, if you want to stagnate with them, go ahead. But I promise you, eventually it'll just get so bad that God pushes you out of that fake reality nest. Just like the birds push their baby out of the nest, you got to be pushed out of that fake reality nest. It's fake. It's not even real. The reason I'm remodeling this property over here is because I'm trying to get rid of any memories from the past. And I'm redoing it completely to get rid of the past. The past don't exist. And to live in those old paradigms is just not even a thing anymore for me. The old paradigms have to die. They have to die. They were never real. The old paradigms were just fake realities. And when you cut the music off and you cut the TV off and you cut the past off, you can actually grow. But as long as you're quantum connected with the past, you just get stagnated. I got these airplanes, and they're the small airplanes, the propeller airplanes, and I'm over at my house. I'm over at the crib, and these airplanes are flying by. Then I drive over to the other house, and the same airplane's flying by. It's like, come on. What does that mean? So it's the ones with the propeller. So I have to look that propeller, etymology of propeller up and see what it means. So it's no different than I drive over from one property. It has a vibe. And I drive over to the new property where I'm remodeling the whole thing. It has a different vibe. And that new vibe I like. So I'll probably end up moving to this new property because it feels free. Feels like the new paradigm. It's a shift. And it's awful funny how as I got the yard work done, as I'm starting to work on the inside more and more, I'm starting to feel the shift on the outside. I can actually see people disappearing out of the world, disappearing out of your worldview and all that. I have got to get rid of, that's like somebody getting new furniture in. I remember when I was in college, had a roommate, he was always moving the furniture around. Like 4 of us living in renting out an apartment while we went to college. One guy, every time you'd come back from class, got him moved the furniture around again. He did it like every week. I couldn't understand it back then. I didn't understand why. I thought, why is that dude moving furniture around all the time? And it was some kind of internal thing. If you really pay attention, it's an internal issue. Good or bad, it don't really matter. It's something internal. The reason they're moving furniture around, and they move it, I would notice they'd move it. I don't even remember who it was. Because there was like 4 people, and whoever it was, I can't remember. I can't remember who it was, but he'd move it, and then the next week it'd be right back to where it was before. It's like, what in the world? Some kind of internal thing going on there. And so the internal and the external are connected. And so as you're developing your inner person, the external has to change. Because it's all a reflection, people. It's all a reflection. If all you know, if all you're hanging around are a bunch of drug heads, and then you quit doing drugs, they disappear. If all you hang around is a bunch of drinkers and you quit drinking, they disappear. If all you hang around is a bunch of broke people and you say, I'm not going to be broke anymore, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to save my money, I'm going to fast and pray, and the broke people disappear. Those patterns try to come back, but you have to be wise enough to realize it's not real. Not only was it not real, not only is it not real, it was actually never real, because you're in a transformation process. You're in a transformation process. You could see it like, you could also look at it this way. So let's say you take this new job and it's a new skill you never learned. And so each day you're getting better at that skill. And after about a year, you become a master of that skill because you've done it so many times. It just becomes second nature with you. What's going on, man? Pretty good. People try to bring you back to your old paradigm, and it's like you've already graduated to the next level, and they don't stop because that's their program. Let's say you have a mindset of being healthy and moving to health, wealth, identity, and all that. They fall by the wayside because they can't pull you into their. Had this gal help me put a floor down because I was going to, help her pay off a debt, pay her every week something. She didn't show back up the next week, and then the next week she tried, and I just said, no, I don't think so. I need somebody dependable I can count on if I'm going to do this. Anyway, she wasn't trying to get out of debt. She was just looking for a man to pay her bills. It wasn't real. Her projection, yeah, I'm going to be a good help. I need some work. I want to work, and I'll be over there every weekend, and we'll get that done. It was fake reality. It was future faking. She was trying to see if she could find somebody to pay her bills, not to help her get ahead. Long story short, it is what it is. And you move on, you forget the past, you move on. And if they want to live in that, false construct, that stagnation state, let them. I want too much freedom. If God reveals to me some kind of fake reality construct, and He reveals it to me, I'm letting it go. Because it's a blue blanket. It's a Charlie Brown, Linus blue blanket that is not even real.